Muy importante, something that we as a community need to make it a point to take charge of, okay? So we'll be talking about that. I'll be flying solo, so to speak, out of the studio this morning. We have this blessing of rain that came down, and I guess it was all that. It was all that that hey, it created many rivers to cross, and people just can't seem to find their way over. What do you say? Mm-hmm. All right, but we here. Yeah, the ark ain't closed its gate yet, so I think if the water rise a little bit more, we could still run up and get inside. What do you say? You coming? All right, so let's see, let's check and see if the zombie them enjoying the rain too. Okay, I say that hey, this rain is good for everybody. And when we first started getting a little drizzle, like here, they bush them and they tree them and they plant them that they're trying to bear some fruit and the mango them that hanging on the tree saying, when we gonna get some water? And you hear them saying, quick, 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 hey, water come, let me get it quick, quick before it's done. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Well, that's how it is sometimes. You gotta be the early bird, so to speak. Make that early move and make sure you got it under control. Well, we're here, folks. We're here, and we have our duty to do to the island, territory, and country. And let me see if everything is cooperating here in the process. Okay. What's going on? Oh, nothing, nothing, nothing. All right. Okay. Well, folks, if you don't want to work with me this morning, I'm gonna have to just take the dark time, and we'll deal with it another way, some kind of how. Okay. But folks, WSTX, your community-minded station, is here to do what we need to do for this community, as far as making sure that the word gets out on what's going on. So now we're in the middle of the, the emancipation events leading up to July 3rd. Yes, and all I would tell you is that just remember we're commemorating these dates, but the activism and the involvement and the refusal to put up with things that ain't right is something that's supposed to live on every day. And for those of you who drive the potholes, you know, you know that in every way, even down to potholes, the activism have to continue. Of course, the self-help is important too. If you in a position where you could uh, repair or make one less of a burden to the rest of the community, we really thank you for doing that. Okay. All right. Good thing. Good thing. Good thing. All right. So let's talk a little bit about the stuff that's on the community calendar. Now, you know, we've had the Folk Life Festival. We've been talking that to life for the past couple of months, right? And I want to say that I'm really proud of all of you who mark up your calendar and mark it up and mark it up again. You mark it up so much I couldn't read no more, but you know what? The brain was already programmed. Everything led west in terms of the Folk Life Festival. So that's great that that was a ongoing success. There's still events going on, and let's talk about a few of them. Okay, for instance, the the art exhibit and the round tables, all of that is done. But we have on the second and the third. On the second from 1 to 4. I mean, see, I do this community calendar so much, I got it in my head now. Yes, on the second from 1 to 4, they have 3 bands are going to be playing down in the waterfront in Frederickstead. Yep. A Sugar Hill band from St. Kitts. Yep. That's one of them. Let me get all my details here so I get it right. Okay. Let me get all my details here so I get it exactly right. Go into my events folder and track this stuff down. Okay. Yeah. So we have Stanley and his 10 Sleepless Nights band closing out everything there, and the one in between out of the BVI, that's the one that's okay, here we go. That's the one that is eluding me a little bit here right now, and that is the Razor Blade band from the BVI. So we got on the second, we got Sugar Hill band from St. Kitts, Razor Blade band from the BVI, and Stanley and his 10 Sleepless Nights on the waterfront in Frederickstead, and that's from 12 to 4. So yeah, cultural music, petting dog, no knocking dog no more. Right? Cultural music, petting dog. So just know it's there, it's free. It's a great opportunity to get out and enjoy the ambience and picturesque nature of the waterfront there in Frederickstead. Meet people you haven't seen in a while, dance up a little bit, have a good time, enjoy. Because when is the next time? I mean, we just don't know. When is the next time we're gonna have Sugar Hill band, Razor Blade band, and Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights all in the same place? No. I wish we could resurrect Lashing Dogs, you know, our Lashing Dogs reunion, and bring them in too. That would have been right on time. Yeah, definitely. Okay. All right. So you see, we still have more to come. Of course, then we're in the month of June. We hardly knew ye. Gone in a flash. Yes. And then on the 9th, we have the Mango Melee, folks. You going to the Mango Melee? All right. Well, it's a fun time. Lots of vendors out there, lots of mango-related stuff out there. The mango eating contest. Who knows? Maybe they'll have a king and queen of mango. You never know. But all I'm going to tell you is that it's a fun event that's held right down there at the St. George Village Botanical Garden. Yeah, all right. So plan to check it out. Now, one of the things that happened years back is that the time that they had Mango Melee intersected with the time that you had come home to St. Croix. Well, a little body telling me, and I can't say anything more than a little body right now until I get an inside scoop, right? When I get an inside scoop, then I could tell you what the deal is. But for now, I'm going to tell you that plan for Come Home to St. Croix to take place this year, a week after Mango Melee. I can't tell you anything more than that. When I get the details, I'll share it with you. But for now, that's at least telling you, hey, plan your time good so you could get down there to the Landmark Society and check out the various events and the various displays that they're going to have there with regards to Come Home to St. Croix. All right? Wish I could tell you more, but for right now, it seems like I'm sworn to silence, huh? All right. Now, I just want to remind you that there's a summer camp for environmental change makers. Yes, it's run by the St. Croix Environmental Association. Right? good thing. And it is going to be starting on July 10th. July 10th, July 10th. And it's going to end July 28th. Now, the best way to find out information about that is to contact the folks at St. Croix Environmental .org, okay, St. Croix STX Environmental .org, and get the details there. Of course, there's a contact person that you could send an email to, and O as in a first initial O and last name Walton, WALTON, O Walton, at stxenvironmental.org. Okay? Definitely. Definitely. Let me see here. All right. You know, our parks, our national park located here in the Virgin Islands, parks I should say, okay, here in the Virgin Islands, from time to time they give free access, meaning you don't have to pay a fee to go in. And the next time that's coming up is in August, so we're going to keep that on our calendar. And another nice thing to take care of folks on a budget and including them in things as a matter of entertainment, you know, on Tuesdays at the theater, it's just $5 to watch any movie that's playing, as long as it's just a plain movies. If they have 3D or special effects or whatever at a certain time, those aren't included, just the regular movies. In that sense, no special effects. Yeah, $5. Hey, my classmates and I, we got together and went to watch a movie among all the events that we did for our class reunion. Hey, it was fun. It was fun. All right. I like a lot of other things: going to breakfast, meet and greet, going to the beach, going to church. I mean, it was all good. And then it was topped off with that banquet. Hey, folks, you know, you got to make sure if anything else, you make sure that your class do these kind of things and bring you folks together. Hey, we even got a YouTube page now where we keep videos from the things that we have done, so that classmates all over the world can check it out and see what they're missing, and maybe next time, you know, they'll be there with everybody else to be a part of it. Okay. Yeah. So that's it for what I want to touch on, but I want to let you know also, there's a concert coming up. There's a concert coming up this Friday, and the theme of the concert is Desire to Encounter. Desire to Encounter. And that's going to be at the City of Refuge Worship Center there in Barron Spot. And of course they have tickets out for sale. And guess what? We've got 2 tickets here on WSTX. Yeah, 2 tickets here on WSTX to go to see Desire to Encounter. Listen to the music and see the various performers they're going to have there. Okay? Good thing. The host is Jennifer Grenaway. They're also going to have Joanne Sebastian out of Atlanta, Brent Hoyt out of Tortola BVI, Colleen Liebert out of St. Croix, and Benji Adukumi from Columbus, Ohio. Yeah. So I've got 2 tickets here, and at some point in time, a little bit later on, we're going to figure out how we can make it so that you can, in an interesting way, maybe get one of those tickets. What you say? All right? So we're doing what we got to do. And trying to get this music here working for you. Let's see. No, not working that way. All right. Okay, good thing. So, my good friend Jared, they're down in the west today. Okay, got raging rivers between the east and the west, and nothing could pass over. So he said, well, he know I ain't wanting to drown, so he's staying put. Oh yes, came in this morning, and Doc Peterson was singing "Judy Drowned It." I want us to have to sing that Jared drowned it. So stay in the west and stay safe, Jerry. Okay. So, okay. Good thing, good thing, good thing. All right, good thing. Got a issue here for some reason. The aux isn't picking up. Aux isn't picking up. Is there something they did with the aux? Yeah, folks. Just ignore the sweet talk here going on between me and the technician. Okay. Okay. So here trying to make sure that that we could do our duty to island and country and play some of this music that we have here. All right, good thing, good thing. So I want to go back in time just a little bit, looking at some of the things that have been going on in the community, from cleanups to plays to whatever. I was at the Caribbean Community Theater this past Saturday for the last play of this season, and hey folks, all I'm going to tell you is that Caribbean Community Theater is the great place of entertainment when you go to see those plays. I mean, they make you laugh. They make you want to, pretend like something make you sneeze, and that's why you sound like you're sniffling, all that good stuff, all that good stuff. And then they have the Calico Cat Company, the organization that does events. Okay, let me see something here.
Probably one of those days.
Okay.
Maybe when it dries out a little.
Okay, all right. Okay, so Sarge, forgive me. I'd love to play it, but I can't. Anyhow, in the process, keep it right on moving. I was talking about Caribbean Community Theater and the Calico Cat Company, and basically it's like an after-school program, so to speak, for teaching children about acting, and ultimately at the end they put on various plays, which they did earlier. I guess that was in April or May. But anyhow, all of these children and all of these parents, I telling you, the children had to sit on the floor. It had so much parents in there, okay, and grannies and aunties and uncles and whatever else. Of course, I said that the children wanted to sit on the floor and among themselves and chatter. Also, it was great. It was great. Okay. Okay. Morning. Okay. So in the next.
Right there.
From right there.
Yeah.
Because.
In the next
put a
couple
cup
of
here.
days.
See, and that was just from a few minutes.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Okay. Well, moving right along. That was one of the highlights of this year, is going to these various plays at Caribbean Community Theater. Now, of course, there was one play, a musical, Sister Act, that just knocked it out of the park and really set the bar really, really high for everything else to come. Okay, it was for those who miss it, I gonna tell you, it had people line up like they were giving one free iPhone to get in that play, because once some people see it and they talk about it and tell a friend about it and whatever else, then the son, from that point on, it was like, me and missing that. It was really, really good. Sometime in the future, maybe if we can find a sponsor for it, just maybe we could get that as a public performance, because it was great. I think it's worth sharing like that. Okay, so anyhow, it's really important like that. Now this past weekend we had the Pride Parade in Christiansted, and as among all the things that are going on at the same time as you got the Folk Life Festival and all the other things that were going on. Now several weeks ago I went to a fashion show. They say and dance, but it was really more the fashion show. And it was put on by the St. Croix Central High School alumni and friends. And among those friends included the women in business who really rose to the occasion to assist the alumni and friends in this fundraiser. And I had a chance to go over some of the video of the fashion show, and I tell you, wow, we got talent here. We have great sources of wonderful looking clothing, and to tell you how serious these folks come, right? They had 10 fashion segments, and we weren't there for 3 hours. Okay? If you understand where I'm coming from, you know how sometimes you'll go to these functions and it's like, okay, you see a little bit of something and then you have to wait a whole half an hour, 45 minutes before the next one come out. No, it wasn't like that. It's like, boop, hit you this one. Okay, talk a little bit, introduce the sponsors and so forth and so on. Well, hey, and it's now back to the next one, okay? And then other times it was certain sets were back to back. You just had the chance to catch your breath, and then the next set of models coming out. Yeah, it was good. So, next time you hear that the St. Croix Central High School alumni and friends doing something, make sure you go out there and support it. Now, there's a salutary retreat that's going to be taking place in Jamaica, and the fundraising is toward sending one of our instructors to that retreat. Now, we'd like to send all of them. We ain't got the budget for that, so even for one, we gotta do fundraising. But we gotta do something for our teachers. Even if in a sense it's a token representation of our appreciation for our teachers. We gotta do something for our teachers. Alright? That's just the reality. Okay. I hearing that rain out there again. I hope you feeling that rain in a good way. You're not being flooded out or anything. Alright? Good thing. So, yeah.
It's raining hard again.
Yeah, I heard. So, be on standby here, just in case. Just in case. In fact, let me just put this up here because there's no reason why. At this point, yeah, folks. Mother Nature rising up here with this rain, and it's causing some issues here for us that we're working through. Okay, good thing. So, when we look at what's going on in our community, when I talk to my mom, she always asks me what's going on in St. Croix. And I'm happy to tell her, St. Croix quiet, ain't got nothing going on like that. We're just taking it life one day at a time, and doing what we got to do. But every now and then, things bubble to the top. This is coming up on Emancipation Week and all the different events and so forth and so on that are going on. And there are a lot of good things to talk about, but even with the good things, we have to deal with the challenges that we have to deal with along the way. So I am really looking forward to talking with my guest this morning about something that's a community challenge that we need to take ownership as a community. Okay, just put it that way for now, because that's really what it comes down to. Okay. All right. Youth Ocean Explorers, St. Croix and St. Thomas, St. Thomas and St. Croix. Yes, Youth Ocean Explorers. Their program is for grades 7 through 12, and it runs July 2nd through the 28th. That's getting ready to kick off right now, of course. All right. So, check in with the folks at UVI about the Youth Ocean Explorers and find out if it's something that your child would be interested in, and if they have openings at this late date. But I'm mentioning it to you because, hey, nothing beat a try, right? If you try and you don't get in, then that's one thing. But if you don't try and you haven't ventured, and definitely you didn't gain. Okay. Now, I sent out a call to Mr. Pate Festival because we need an after action report, because it was one of those things that based on how the community responded, I think I would like him to come back so that we can talk about how it went and the plans for next year. Okay. All right. When we're done with our guest, if our guest comes in, then we're gonna move on to these two tickets here that I have for this concert coming up this Friday. Desire to Encounter, a concert that's happening at the City of Refuge Worship Center. Yes, from 7 p.m. They have hosting it Jennifer Greenaway, and among the guests that they're going to be having, Joanne Sebastian out of Atlanta, Georgia, Brent Hoyt out of Tortola, BVI, Colleen Liebert right here from St. Croix, USVI, and Benji Adukumi from Columbus, Ohio. Yeah. Okay. It's been a while since I've been to Columbus, Ohio. I went to a museum, a science museum, and it was very, very interesting. I would definitely want to go back to that museum again if I was in Columbus. And for those who might be familiar, the streets of Columbus, they know it by the back of their hand. I was staying, well, I should say Ohio. I was staying in Hayden, Ohio, and of course, I got some very deep connections with Central State in Ohio, and right across the street, Wilberforce in Ohio, and right down the road, Dayton, Ohio. Yes. WDAO. Those were the days, right? And of course, there was WCSU out of the university. All right. All of that was good. So, I hope you have your children positively engaged in events coming up during the summer, camps, etc. Yeah. And there's things going on out there. You just have to make it a point to go out there and see which one you want to participate in. Okay, all right. Take a quick peek here. Yes, in the world of local news here, let's see, Senator Francis is looking for public comments ahead of the Senate meeting on St. John for the school land swap. Now, I understand the importance of being able to come out your house, go down the street, or jump on a bus and go to school. Taking a ferry to go to school, that's a little bit of imposition in the sense that, from a time perspective, quality time is spent in travel that really needs to be spent in the classroom, among other things. But we'll see where we're going with that and the land swap. Okay. Yep. Okay. Right here in the news says periods of heavy rain possible on Wednesday and Thursday. And I guess Wednesday night and Thursday. Either which way, we're thankful for the rain. Now, GRS. I got some good friends who, always going to be there to talk about GERS, and we have a new administrator for GERS. Yeah, starting July 10th, Angel Dawson Jr., a former VI finance commissioner and a gubernatorial candidate, will take up the helm as administrator for the government employees retirement system. Okay, and we will see what changes are going to come with that and what things are going to remain the same. Hopefully the good things remain the same, and the challenges that we face, that things will change with regards to the challenges. Okay, all right. Yep. So I'm looking forward to the certainty of having someone to look to specifically for the for the GRS leadership. Yep, good thing. Now, looking at the Freedom Week activities here that they have on this flyer that's been going around online. Tomorrow the 30th, St. Croix Living Legends of Culture. It's a presentation and reception at the Buccaneer Hotel at 6:30 p.m. Okay, I hope it is streamed, because really everything about Freedom Week is the People's Week, and it's nice if you can be at Buccaneer and do these things, but I very much want for them to stream it and make sure that it's a community thing live. Okay. Yes. So part of that, they're going to have the unveiling call of the conch at the Buccaneer Hotel. Yep. And July 2nd, St. Patrick's Catholic Church commemorative Holy Mass at 11 a.m. and it's going to be live streamed by the Emancipation Commemoration Committee. All right. Well, please live stream it tomorrow night too. Okay. All right. And there's going to be the Clear the Road ancestral walk and interactive performance. Okay. With Oceana James at 3:30 p.m. at the Kirky Dam Road, and ends outside of Fort Frederick with the building of a community altar. And July 3rd, yep, they're going to have the Fort to Fort Freedom Walk on St. Croix. And they're going to have a tribute to the ancestors at 6 in the morning, and there's going to be a Fort to Fort Freedom Race at 7 a.m. And that's I believe, the Cycling Association. Okay. So separate from the walk, the Fort to Fort Walk, and you're going to have the Fort to Fort Freedom Race. And then you're going to have the official emancipation ceremony at Bodo Park at 11 a.m. Okay. There's going to be an emancipation luncheon on Pier at 1 p.m. And the Clear the Road art exhibit at Fort Frederick is going to be there open at 5 p.m. Now, this dovetails right nice with the fact that we're going to have the emancipation quadrille, the emancipation tramp, and all this other good stuff going to be going down on the waterfront, and that is slated to start at 6 o'clock. Standing on the 10 sleepless nights, yeah, all kind of Quelby music, pet and dog folks. Okay, so it all ties in together, so you know where you need to be to take advantage of all of that. All right, good thing, good thing. All right, looking at some other things here from the news. Okay, now oh, the VI corrections. You know, one of the things about corrections, you take the name corrections, you know, it's like the ship is off course or somehow you drive down the wrong road and you realize where you are and you turn around and get yourself on the right path to go where you need to go. Well, that's my concept of corrections. Now, they celebrated their first ever Transforming Lives Academy graduation at the Alexander A. Farley Criminal Justice Facility. And one of the things you got to understand, folks, is that you could put somebody in jail and chances are they're going to come out of jail. The question is, will they come out a better person, the same person, or worse than when they went in? Those are the challenges that we face.
Waste management.
Waste management. Okay, good thing. All right. How are they going to come out? On better, worse, the same? And that's a challenge. And we have to make sure that our energies, our policies, and our programs are going to err on the side of helping them to come out a better person. All right. I've got the folks for Waste Management here on line 1 with us here this morning. I'm happy to have them because we have some things to talk about that are mutually important between us and everybody else out there within the sound of my voice. Good morning, folks.
Hi, good morning, good morning. This is Lorna Nichols, Communications Director at Waste Management Authority. How you doing, Mr. Canton?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I was trying to get Officer Perez on the line, too. He's at one of our enforcement offices, and I was having some trouble with the line. I was wondering if I can get him another number to call in on.
Okay, that's to call in here at WSTX?
Uh-huh.
Okay, tell him to try 773-0490, and that way I can conference you both in.
Oh, okay. That's great. That's good. I'll fix it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want me to put you on hold and come back to you in a few?
Yeah, put me on hold for a brief moment, and we'll get everything together. Thank you so much.
All right. Good thing. All right. Yes, folks, there you have it. We have the folks from Waste Management going to be talking with us this morning, and important stuff, quality of life stuff. Okay, it's kind of like not in anybody's backyard kind of thing. What we got to talk about is something where, to a certain extent, we have to police ourselves. Okay, police ourselves. Okay, and no. When we police ourselves, we have to make sure also that we don't use excessive force. Okay, we have to be nice to ourselves as well as the community in the process. All right, good thing. So, one of the things that we have happening sometimes in the background, sometimes in the foreground, we have the various agencies that jump in to make things like Emancipation Week, Freedom Week, to be all that it can be here in the Virgin Islands, whether it's the Department of Tourism, the DPNR, or any and the police who help keep things safe out there, and for some of these events like the Fort to Fort Walk, where we have both the police and EMS working alongside to make sure that if any, in the event that there's a need, that they're there and in a timely manner to look out for the welfare of our people. So we gotta to big them up, yes, because I know if they were doing something you didn't like, we'd hear about it for the next 6 weeks. But I want to take this moment, who knows, maybe it'll last longer than a moment, and just say that, hey, thank you to these organizations and the things that they do in service to the community, and we support you in what you do. All right, good thing. All right, so I'm looking here now for another call from the folks at Waste Management, and then we will go on to that discussion with them. Okay, 773-0490, we'll be getting that call. Okay, good thing. Good thing. All right. In the meantime, let's move on to some of the other things that are happening here in the news. Okay, now we had Mr. Ronald Phillips, the engineer, in here last Thursday, talking about the work that's being done there in Christiansted to replace the sewer pipes, those sewer pipes that are concrete and collapsing or otherwise getting clogged up and for all practical purposes can't be cleared, and they're being replaced with the newer PVC pipe that don't corrode or otherwise deteriorate the way concrete or steel pipes would. And the inconvenience that it means to the community in the process, okay, just in case, you know, just in case you think that they're not attenuated to that, yes, they're paying very much attention to it to make sure as much as possible that we don't have any issues there because people feel that somehow or the other this is going to go on and on and on. No, they have a 2-year window that they've got to get all of this done in. And just the same way they came in last week, I expect that we're going to be seeing them regularly so that they can keep you abreast and knowing in advance where your parking is cut off, where access is cut off, and how soon it'll be opened back up, those type of things, all right? Good thing, all right. Let me see what's going on here. Hello?
Okay.
Yes, you ready for us?
Hi, hello.
Yes, are they on the other line?
Yes, this is Lorna on this line. I was wondering if you have Officer Perez on.
Okay, I don't see him calling on the second line. Is he actually calling?
Yeah, he'll come through. He'll get through. But we can go ahead and start.
Okay, fantastic. All right, this is glad to have you in, but I have a premonition that it might be for other than the reasons I would like to have you here. So talk to me.
Oh, okay. Well, just a little bit of housekeeping. I just wanted everybody to know that the Concordia bin site had reopened. We had a really bad dumpster fire over in that area. Just wanted to let everyone know that it's reopened again. Also, we can talk a little about the house-to-house collection. I just put out a release on. Actually, we're going to be taking up the house collection service in Frederickstead, and it's going to be collected weekly from about 6,000. I think it's 6,000. Way over 6,000 houses.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And I have put out a schedule. I think I sent that. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. And if the officer has any
I put out
problem...
the schedule. I think I emailed you that, but I can do that again. The daily schedule of what areas are going to be picked up. And I can leave a number on our website, and I'll leave you my number too. So if anybody wants that schedule or needs some information, they can call.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay, also want to touch on a little about illegal dumping, and that's why Officer Perez was calling in. There was some problems, I know, over at Virginia, where someone, I think, Mr. Canton, someone just in the middle of the night just dumped off like 43-gallon oil or something. Just left them in the rainforest.
Yeah.
So we're trying to figure that one out.
Okay. Is the if he's having trouble getting in on the other line, I'll give you another number. For
Yeah,
him to call.
the 49, that number's busy.
Okay.
The 49, I think I told him to call the 0490 number.
Okay, no problem. Tell him to dial 626-7730.
Let me do that now.
Okay, 626-7730.
I'm sorry, 626
7730.
7730. Okay, I just texted him that now. Okay. What did you want to touch on first?
No. I got wind of what took place with the dumping, and so that's what I wanted us to talk about, because this is something that we as a community have to take ownership of, and we have to take ownership of, and it's not something that government's supposed to do everything. There's certain things that we have. Are you hearing me, Officer Perez?
Yeah, I mean these are our lands. We have to keep them, keep them the best we can, and it really hurts. I mean, and also we're getting a lot of cooking oil that's being dumped illegally too, and it goes into the gut, it goes into the street. It's a hazard for for everybody driving, rodents and everything. And it has to be stopped. We have now, I believe, and Officer Perez can clear it up for me. We have about, I think, 10 complaint officers now on all 3 islands, and they're doing a very good job. But I know it's going to take the community to help because there's a lot of illegal dumping, and not only of the oil, and we'll go back to that, but just refrigerators, washing machines, everything not in the right place.
Well, I've got Officer Perez here. Good morning, Officer Perez.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you hearing him all right on your end?
Yes, I am. Thank you so much.
Okay. Officer Perez, welcome to the show. Sorry about the communications issues. I guess it's the weather doing something to the line there. But definitely, the doors are open from WSTX to have you folks come in here from time to time and talk about things that, like this. So keep it in mind as opposed to out of mind. Yeah. Okay. So, Officer Perez, you went on the site there in that where the illegal oil dumping was?
The last site, no, I wasn't an officer on that case, but I do have a little insight on the case.
All right. Well, we appreciate you sharing with us what you observed.
Yeah. Well, the information I
right
got
now too, we aren't ready to really speak about it because it is under investigation.
Well, yeah, to the extent that it's not, not in terms of just what was observed, just for the community, just as to put the community on alert. Okay, I lost.
Exactly.
I lost Officer Perez here.
Okay, he'll give a call back. One thing I do want to let everybody know that a place of business responsible for their own waste, and basically, section 19, I believe it's section 19, or section 1050, or something of the code. It says that you must have a person that carries your waste, that picks up your oil, a reputable carrier. If you don't have one, you can call the waste management offices, and we can find one for you, and we can help you through that process.
All right. Okay, Officer Perez, back to you here. If you could just give us from a community perspective, basically what is being observed and how we can help you in making sure that this doesn't continue.
Okay, well, for the community to understand, waste management do accept residential use oil, cooking, and motor oil at the different landfills, the Bovoni and the Anguilla. So if you have cooking oil, if you have your small amounts of, like your do-it-yourself mechanics, if you want to bring those waste, we do accept that oil at the Anguilla landfill and the Bovoni landfill, not at the other bin sites. These bin sites are only for household trash. Businesses need to have a contracted hauler to remove their waste. Just like Mr. Lawrence said earlier, if you need help or assistance, you could always contact waste management. If anybody needs any assistance, it's easier to contact waste management because these are special waste and they have a special fine, not regulatory waste. So you will have to pay $5,000 if you caught illegally placing these wastes in any public area.
Mm-hmm. How much again? 5,000?
5,000.
5,000. All right. I tell you that
that's a very good impact. That's a good impact. And also, just to let the businesses like the restaurants and things, they have to get their grease trap inspected very often. They can call us and let us know if they need help.
Okay. Well, Officer Perez, you there? Officer Perez, you there, right?
Yes, I'm still here.
Yeah. Okay. Well, between you and your public relations, I would like for you guys to show me where you all have the reception for the oil products, okay? And the reason why I'm saying that is because we live stream from the studio all the time, and I just like to get some pictures and video so that the average person who never had a situation where they had any waste oil products to deal with will know not only what's on paper, but it'd be recognizable to them where to go. Okay? Now, a long time ago, after Maria, we had the folks down here from the EPA. And for a while there, they had a setup there at a school, defunct school, where they were collecting various waste oils and so forth and so on. I know when I go into some of the dumping grounds, sometimes I will see these pallets and all of these plastic containers, I presume full of oil, you know, that people put there among other things, batteries, tires, the whole 9 yards, okay? And those things aren't supposed to be left there. Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, okay.
Is pallets and batteries and tires are supposed to go at our bin sites?
No. I'm just saying that when you say the bin site, I'm just saying, like, for instance, when I go down in Montbijou, once upon a time I would see the pallets to the side of a dumpster, and it'd be all kind of plastic containers full of oil. Same thing down in Frederickstead. And that's not supposed to happen, as I understand it, correct?
Yeah, no. Those are actually residents doing their own thing. That's not actually waste management.
Right. No.
We do not accept those wastes. The bin sites are only for household trash.
Right. Well, the reason why I'm saying that is not that that's the procedure, as much as somehow or the other we have to bring community and waste management into line to where police will help the community will help the police themselves in doing these things. One day I was driving to go up to Lagoon, and you know, I took the road there along the seashore from Gallows Bay, and as I crest the hill to come down to Lagoon, I look over to my left, and there was a mattress and a bed spring. And I know that we have the receptacle down at the convenience center, as well as you have what's going on down there at Forever at the name escapes me at the moment. The bottom line is that there's no reason why these things should be happening, but we need to talk about it more in the community and get the community into a self-policing mode. And that's something, to the extent that WSTX can be of assistance to you guys in doing, we're more than happy to help.
Yeah, Mr. Ken, I wanted to say too that we fully accept coming back on, having Officer Perez and some of the other officers go out and make the film, make the video with you, and actually show people what to do and where to take these items. That would be amazing.
Yes, definitely. So it's here on public record, so I can't back out. But seriously though, it's something that community education, you know, you can't get enough of it to let people know. Because for some people, they pass by Anguilla all the time. That's what I was trying to remember. You pass by Anguilla all the time, but the thought of venturing in there is like, well, I know where I'm going and I don't know, and they have all the big equipment and whatever. But take away all of that cloud from it so people will feel comfortable to just drive up, drop it off. All the energy that person went into to throwing that bed spring and mattress over the side, all the energy that they put into that, it's just so easy to drive into the convenience center.
And also the energy of coming in late at night when they think nobody's watching and dumping illegally.
Yep, all of that. Okay, so
and Officer Perez can attest that we have put cameras up at most of the sites, and we do have our officers, and he can talk about that are going out all the time watching sites.
Right. No, I'm aware of that, and the thing is, we want people to do it out of caring for their community, not fear of getting caught as much as possible.
Exactly.
And so, of course, the two work together because some people, there's an old saying, "Who don't hear does feel," and there's a reason for that hearing, that saying, because some people literally don't get it. All
And
right.
you know what? In a lot of the community, they don't know. They want, and we're here to tell them, what to do. Because there's a few bad apples, but most of the people are honest and they just want to know, where do I take this? What do I do with my household oil? Can I flush white down the toilet? Can I pour? They want to know what to do.
Exactly. All right. Well, maybe we can put something together when we connect that will help in that process also, because
Also, we have a campaign. I have a campaign we're doing with waste management. It's called FOG, Fats, Oils, and Greases, and we added white to that. The facial wipes, the things you use.
right.
I'm gonna call Josh, and we're gonna have some PSAs put on the station, and that will help out a lot.
All right, great. Because the reality is you have the mission of what waste management is supposed to do, but the community also has their side to uphold. It's a partnership, and the more that we have that communication going, the better chance we have for that partnership to work.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I am so glad that you called in, and I look forward to this being the first of more encounters along the lines. I love my home, and I know that there's a whole lot more that we can do to have it be the beautiful place that it is, and have that come out and shine. And every time I come down the highway coming from the airport or driving to the beach, and whatever I see, it affects me, but I also, from how I was brought up, it's like, it's my house. I'm bringing you in my house. This is why I want to show you in my house. And the more we can get
Thank you.
folks to feel that way and take responsibility for our community, the better off we'll be. One of the personal things I'm hoping to happen, and this is just me talking. Those disclaimer things, the comments made by so and so are not attributed to waste management. Well, this one is not attributed because this is political, in a sense.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to the day when we actually start putting a value on bottles. I mean, at this day and age, to see Heineken bottle on the side of the road or what's it, and right there in front of your house, just because somebody doesn't realize that it has a value that can be collected. On St. Croix, we used to have brown soda, and brown soda was sold in bottles, and you would turn back in the bottles to get the credit for the value of the bottles. Right now, we're fighting this battle where companies are being rewarded for dumping plastic in the Virgin Islands, and you guys have to deal with this trash, but nobody's giving you money to deal with it. And
Yeah, did you want to talk, Officer Perez?
No, you can finish. You can continue.
Oh, okay. We're working with EPA and some other monies that are coming into the territory. There are some glass crushers. I know there's one in St. John, and there is another one in St. Thomas. We're thinking, and tire shredders and things. We're going into that realm now, and everybody is gonna benefit from these things, and it's about recycling. And everyone in the territory was a little late to the game, but we're gonna catch up. Believe me.
all right. Oh, fantastic. Well, that's all part of what next time when I can have your presence here and everything, I want us to talk about all those things, because we give people hope, we give them insight, and we give them encouragement. The more they know what's coming, because it may not be here right now. There are a lot of things that weren't here years ago, but they're here now. The convenience
Right.
center there in Peter's Rest. Yeah, that's a great thing. I want to see
And it
more.
works. The convenience center is beautiful. It works.
Exactly, and we need more of this type of an approach, and get away from the dump pile, the stuff piling up and everything else, so forth and so on. So you've got plenty of support in the community. I'm just saying that, hey, we need to work that community agency relationship a little bit harder. I think there's a lot more capacity for collaboration between the two.
Exactly, and it's going to be. We're going to make more videos. We're going to get some more PSAs out to help the community help themselves, and that's what we need.
All right. Okay. Well, we need to.
Also, I think you had Ron Phillips on your show one time, and he talked about the wastewater pipe project. He's going to come back on and do that and update the community on what's going on with the Christian State project.
Right. And he was here. That was just last week. And
Right.
the important thing to that, from my perspective, is that he was here about a month prior or 2 weeks prior or whatever when they initiated the project. And this ongoing communication from Waste Management is something that I commend, because very often all you hear is the announcement, and then everything just kind of falls off. But the fact that they're coming back, talking to the community, addressing the parking issues, the gravel issues, the other issues that the community can kind of put up with, to the extent that they see where it's going and feel that they're being responsive. Yeah. So in that same context, the follow up is just as important as the announcement in that sense. So
Exactly. I was on the site the other day, and what I noticed was some of those pipes, they're concrete, they're cast iron, clay pipes. These pipes are 60-some years old, and they're being replaced with a new PVC pipe. And this will eliminate the sewage and the gas and all those things. And it's a 2-year project, I know, and it's a long process. And I want to thank the community for just putting up with everything,
yeah. Well, I think they're on board in what needs to be done, but the attention span is very short, and you have people who walk up and who aren't aware or forgot whatever, and they start complaining. So the whole point of the returning to the community, so to speak, by the airwaves, TV, whatever, returning to the community and updating the community is very crucial in terms of keeping everyone on track. Now, I want to go back to something here. The oil dumping, if I understand, was in the area of Creaky Dam?
Yes.
Okay. Now, and I'm saying that Creaky Dam is kind of like one of those ecological gems here that we have on St. Croix. It's a place when the water running, people go to see the birds coming in and everything else. To think of that area potentially getting poisoned by waste oil. And I'm putting it that way for community impact. All right? That's like somebody coming in your house and throwing that oil all over on your carpet, on your rugs, on your floor, and then, you ain't even know that they come in and do that, and you come home and meet this mess and have to get it cleaned up. Well, folks, Creaky Dam is our living room. We literally live there. And I'm saying that for impact. The folks at Waste Management are coming in after the fact because they got blindsided just like everybody else. But you know what? You in the community see what truck and what car went up the road around this time and whatever, so forth and so on. Don't feel no way about it. You let the folks at Waste Management know what you know so that they can take care of your living room, because that's what it is.
Yeah.
We have to work together to make sure that this doesn't become an ongoing problem, or worse yet, a catastrophe that the remediation is going to, in essence, destroy the natural landmark and beauty that we have in the place.
In our ecosystem. Officer Perez, if you will, can you give people the hotline, or can you give them information where they can call in or talk to you?
Okay, his line dropped, so he's not in a great place of. So I'm sure he's going to call.
Let me. While I have you now, let me give my number is 474-2811.
474-2811. All right, got it.
Yeah, Mr. Canton, you use that. Everybody, please call anytime, and I will send you to the right people, the right numbers. Our education department, which has been amazing. We're going out to all the schools right now. We're right in the middle of summer programs, teaching the young kids, the young people, I'll say, about things like fats, oils, and greases, about the convenience centers, about recycling. We're getting on the ball with them, and that's our future. So we're really pushing towards them.
Well, fantastic, because that's the way we're going to be able to make it happen, is to get them involved on that level. You know, it's absolutely essential that we start teaching these younger minds to give it momentum into the later years. You can't wait till they get older and hard-headed to teach them this kind of set in their ways. You gotta get them while they're young.
Oh, wait, Mr. Ken, I have that number. It's the hotline.
Okay,
It's
Mr. Perez is back on the line.
Okay.
Mr.
I'm just going to give the hotline real quick. It's 844
Uh-huh.
WMA USVI.
Fantastic. Okay, and the 474 number you
I
gave.
is manning that phone all the time.
All right. Okay, fantastic. Well, I look forward to meeting you personally, and also to taking my little mini tour of the process, so that anybody could.
We can't wait. It's going to be great.
Right, because anybody can save up their cooking oil, and I'm saying this. I'm saying the dark side out loud, so to speak, mixing light and sound here, because we know a lot of people love their fried food, and they're out there using our cooking oil, and you know,
Right.
using cooking oil to poison tantan does poison the earth. And
And you look, you mentioned brown soda, and all I can think about is corn pepper, brown soda, and the chicken leg, and Johnny Cake, and I just like, okay, you love our fried food, you know that.
all right, and this is even more important in the restaurants where they have the grease traps and so forth and so on. Folks, do not pour oil down your drain. Okay, please don't do that. Not only are you hurting the community, but when you find out that you gotta tear up your whole house because your pipes are literally clogged, and you gotta pay thousands of dollars to remediate your own house because of pouring oil.
Can your neighbors, your community, once those pipes start to get clogged like that, well, of course you got our guys that have to come out there and pull all sorts of things from the sewage.
And tear up the ground and everything else eventually.
And that's going to cost you. That's going to cost you and your neighbors. And we get calls every week or so about something coming up in my bathtub, or I can't flush, or and that's what happens.
Yep. There's no easy way around doing the right thing. You just do the right thing one time up front. You got oil that you need to get taken care of, then coordinate with the folks at Waste Management and get it taken care of. Please, they got these cameras out there now that when you go to the dump, they have these cameras checking out what's going on at the dump. I don't want to hear that you win the lottery to have to pay $5,000 because you were there putting waste oil or some other waste product that doesn't belong in the dump there. Okay, my idea of winning the lottery is you to get money, not have to pay out money.
Oh, and everyone, I want to make sure you follow us on Facebook. Our Facebook page, biwma.org. Our website. I know we have some things up now about the Christian Cent Project and all sorts of things. And you can always call us. We're always accessible. And Officer Perez, what do you have to say to end?
Well, I only wanted to put my little 2 cents is, just remember, even when you're pouring your oil down the drain, that's a violation in the code as well. You cannot contaminate our drainage field with anything except your sewage waste. So if we investigate and find that you was pouring oil down, you will be cited for that as well. We just want everybody to know that what the bin sites are here for and what waste management is here for. We're here to preserve paradise, and if issuing citations or having more community outreach will benefit everybody, we are down for it 100%.
All right. Well, we're gonna blaze a trail here at WSTX and show the territory, how it's done in that sense. I'm really looking forward to that, because the things that we take for granted. And I tell you, people drive, taking their loved ones to the airport from time to time. Everybody drives by Anguilla site at some point in time. But the thought of going inside there, I know personally from people I talk to, there's a certain intimidation about it. And when and when they're going to resort to throwing stuff on the side of the road or otherwise, dumping it and contaminating the community, it's not worth it. As your children and grandchildren are going to have to deal with the issue, no getting away from it. Do it right the first time.
Mr. Ken, you're so right. You are so on point. Thank you.
All right. Well, I am so glad that you guys called in. I'm saddened to hear about the issue we're having to deal with down by Cricky Dam. But at the same time, I'm very optimistic because waste management is on the job. All right?
Thank you, sir.
Good thing, good
Thank
thing.
you.
And Officer Perez, be safe out there, and definitely we continue together to preserve paradise.
That's the plan.
All right, good thing.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thanks
Bye-bye.
again. All right, have a great day. There you have it, folks. WSTX, your community-minded station. Okay, and now you have these people out here that want to go around the place and want to dump their oil on your beach, in your forest, next door to you. Hey, can't walk, because where you put it, it don't stay there, it does move. We have our aquifers that have had their challenges because of various accidents that have happened at commercial sites. So what you want to do? So it already got a problem, you're going to add more to it? No. Do the right thing. The folks at Waste Management are there to help. We're going to find out in more detail a lot of the things that they can do in conjunction with you to definitely preserve this paradise. All right, it's that time now, and we got some good news. Yeah, you see me holding up my coffee cup here, right? Anyhow, we got some good news from some good people who advertise here on WSTX, and we want to make sure that their message is going out to the world. So we'll be back in a minute.
Keep it on the X. AM 970 WSTX.
Come to Via and get more. Get the most with the latest devices. With unlimited talk, text, and data plans starting at $20 per month. And plans with nationwide coverage, including the Caribbean. Add a line for just $30. Mobile plans with the latest value on the best network in the USVI. Bring your number to Via and get even more. Terms and conditions apply. See via.vi or visit any Via store for details.
On July 1st, it's the massive country and western dance competition brought to you by Ryan and DJ Hot Ones. It's going down up inside Crusaders Nightclub in St. Croix, USVI. Admission is only $10 at the door and doors open from 9 p.m. Practice those dancing moves perfectly, cause 3 lucky winners is gonna be winning some cash money on that night. First prize $300, second prize $200, and third prize $100. A well-stocked bar awaits you. Also, lots the ETs available. Music by DJ Jesse, DJ Puma, DJ Black, and Hot Wats International. The action doesn't stop there. On July 4th, it's the weekend beach party. Kickoff time 10 a.m. onwards. A well-stocked bar and food menu is available. So roll out. It's all going down at Dodge Beach, Frederiksted, St. Croix, USVI, featuring your DJs, DJ Jesse, DJ Puma, DJ Black, and Hot Wats International. So you can't afford to miss these 2 big parties. All powered by DJ Hot Wats Sound System.
AM 970 WSTX, Christiansted, Frederiksted, and the Virgin Islands.
Announcing Moe's Service Station in Estate Glen St. Croix. We heard your call, and here comes Moe's, where you get more for your dollar. Better prices, products, and service. Moe's is more than gas. They're determined to restore confidence among us as people in this community. Come celebrate and change the culture. If you don't see what you want, ask for it at Moe's Service Station. Mo is offering a 5% discount to government employees, senior citizens, veterans, and fishermen. For the best prices and service, come check out Mo's Service Station in Estate Glen, St. Croix. Call it 340-277-1690 for more information.
St. Croix, gear up for a night of passionate worship and exuberant praise. The Desire to Encounter Tour is premiering in Twin City Friday, June 30th, featuring our homegrown Jennifer Greenaway, all the way from Ohio. Also from the Twin City, we have Colleen Liebert and Joanne Sebastian. She's coming from Atlanta. We have Reverend Benji from Ohio and Brent Hoyt from our BVI family. Warning, this is an undiluted exposure to the one and only true Jehovah. Prepare for his full effect. Get ready for an open heaven at City of Refuge Worship Center. Listen, this is an experience you don't want to miss. Desire to Encounter, Friday, June 30th, 7 p.m., 303 Barron Spot. Tickets can be purchased at www.desiretoencounter.com and ABS Printing Downtown Christiansted. See you there.
I hope you have on your listening ears because I got some very, very interesting information. No, it ain't juicy melee. I ain't got no melee for you. Because if it was melee, then it'd be standing room only, and nobody could get close to the dial to turn the TV for sure, or the radio for sure, because melee does have that kind of effect on people. But I told you earlier today that there's a concert tomorrow evening at the City of Refuge Worship Center. Yeah. And we got some tickets here to give away. So what I'm going to do, for the next several minutes, I'm going to talk about this concert. And I'm going to give you certain information. I'm going to outright give, because this is a good thing. I want to make it easy, not hard. Okay, I don't want it to be that what do you call it, the person who like is always a number one in the class gonna get it. No, I want to make sure that everybody who otherwise paying attention in class gonna get it. Cause a lot of time you go in class and it paying attention and they still get it wrong. But that's the learning process, right? You go through the learning process while I'm trying to cut down the learning curve. All right, now I know that lots of you have probably heard about a movie called the streetcar named what? Desire. Streetcar named Desire. Okay. So, Desire to Encounter. And this concert is going to be a very interesting encounter. Now, let me give you some interesting information, some of which, if you call at the correct time and give the right answer, you could get one of these tickets. First of all, where is the concert being held? It's being held at City of Refuge Worship Center. Okay? City of Refuge Worship Center. That's where it's being held. Okay? When is it being held? Tomorrow, as in Friday, June 30th at 7 p.m. Not 6 and not 8, at 7 p.m. Okay? That's two key elements so you know where it is. City of Refuge Worship Center. And you know that it is tomorrow the 30th at 7 p.m. Tomorrow, Friday the 30th, 7 p.m. Okay? All right. Good thing. So that's two things that I know if you're listening, you know now about this concert. Okay? Now, we have this wonderful lady named Jennifer Grenaway, who's going to be the host. All right? Now, Jennifer Grenaway. And Jennifer is good enough for me. Okay? But you must know that she is going to be the host. All right? Now, we have 4 guests, 3 of which are coming here from other places. Okay? Not out of the sky, from other places. All right? And those 3 are coming from 3 distinct places: Atlanta, Georgia, Tortola, BVI, and Columbus, Ohio. Okay? Atlanta, Georgia, Tortola, BVI, and Columbus, Ohio. All right. So, I think I've given away enough information to put the first ticket on the chopping block here, folks. Yes. Okay. All right. It's right there. And your hand ain't going to be on the chopping block. Okay. So if you could put your hand in and take it off, you know, it's a safe thing here. It chopped away from WSTX and into your hand. Okay. So, 773-0390, 773-0390. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, and engineer, as soon as you're ready, we're going to play the ad for this concert. Yep, in a second we're going to play the ad for this concert. And yes, so after the ad, I'm going to give you a question. Now, I've already primed you. Friday, June 30th, tomorrow at 7 p.m., number 1. Number 2, City of Refuge Worship Center. Number 3, the host, Jennifer. I won't tell you about the other Jennifer in the house, but Jennifer, okay? And number 4, 3 locations that guests are coming in from: Atlanta, Georgia, Tortola, BVI, and Columbus, Ohio. All right? So, if that ain't easy enough for you to be able to get some tickets and put on that special outfit and go with friends and family out and check out, I don't know if I could help you, but I'm going to do my best. So, let's roll the commercial.
St. Croix, gear up for a night of passionate worship and exuberant praise. The Desire to Encounter Tour is premiering in Twin City Friday, June 30th, featuring our homegrown Jennifer Greenaway, all the way from Ohio. Also from the Twin City, we have Colleen Liebert and Joanne Sebastian. She's coming from Atlanta. We have Reverend Benji from Ohio and Brent Hoyt from our BVI family. Warning, this is an undiluted exposure to the one and only true Jehovah. Prepare for his full effect. Get ready for an open heaven at City of Refuge Worship Center. Listen, this is an experience you don't want to miss. Desire to Encounter, Friday, June 30th, 7 p.m., 303 Barron Spot. Tickets can be purchased at www.desiretoencounter.com and ABS Printing Downtown Christiansted. See you there.
All right, folks. There you have it. There you have it. So you can get one of these tickets if you can tell me one of these two things. One, the name of the host, first name, or if you can give me two of the locations that the three guests are going to come in from. There are three locations, but you only have to give me two. The phone number is 773-0390, 773-0390 for the opportunity to win one of the tickets to Desire to Encounter. All right, and we've got two tickets, so if we get this one out of here, we'll get to the next one. If not, it'll roll over to the next show, because we definitely intend on getting it out to you. All right, now it's 29 minutes after the hour of 9, and this is Thursday the 22nd. All you Friday worshipers, yes, Friday is secure because it starts with Thursday. Okay, good thing, good thing. And in the same way it starts with Thursday, we know that Friday is next and the concert is got going on. But in addition to that, we're in the middle of Freedom Week, and hey, with that we have the Folk Life Festival that's going on in parallel, and they have events going on the 2nd and the 3rd. On the 2nd in particular, we're having a dynamite opportunity with 3 bands in Frederickstead on the waterfront. 3 bands, okay? We've got the 3 bands, one from St. Kitts, one from BVI, and our homegrown here, Standing in Sleepless Nights on St. Croix. Yep. All right. So, I'm saying this to you. Mark your calendar. At this point, it should be about pick up your little piece of paper and make your notes even. Because it's getting ready to happen like right now, folks. So, on the 2nd, you got Sugar Hill Band from St. Kitts. You got Razor Blade Band from the BVI, and Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights from 12 noon to 4 in the afternoon. All right, great family outing for the 2nd. All right, good thing. So now on the 3rd, Emancipation Day, from 6 p.m. to midnight, we've got the Folk Life Festival Emancipation Program, where they're going to have a Quelbe Tramp, and they're going to have quadrille dancing under the stars, folks. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. A unique experience right here on St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands. So, hey, if you're up there in Ohio or Atlanta, you know, and you're just feeling kind of bored, like, I need something really fun to do, why don't you just jump on one of those ticket lines there on the internet and just get you a ticket and come on down to St. Croix and have a great weekend right here on St. Croix. Okay? All right. Folks, the number is 773-0390, 773-0390. Desire to encounter. Win the ticket to the concert this Friday night. Yes, okay. And definitely it's a $20 value, so you can win a free ticket or you can pay at the door. And just remember the hints that you were given in terms of the first name of our homegrown, as you heard on the ads, and of course the option for naming 2 locations that guests are coming in from. Okay, so you got 2 different answers. So you have a choice. All right, good thing. So if you get it, fine. If not, it'll roll over to the next show, because we're gonna give these tickets away today to some lucky person. All right, good thing, good thing, good thing. Yeah. So moving right back to the Folk Life Music Festival. 3 bands on the 2nd. Okay. Sugar Hill Band from St. Kitts, Razor Blade Band from the BVI, and Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights. Right down on the waterfront in Frederiksted from 12 noon till 4. And then on the 3rd, you've got at 6 p.m. till midnight, you have got Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights and Friends right down there, where they're going to be having the Quelbe Tramp and the Quadrille Dance Under the Stars. All right, good thing, good thing. So, and keep it right on moving. Just know that then on the 9th, we've got Mango Melee. Mango Melee. I remember the time they did that little what was it? A little promo. Yeah, they had that promo. Had Derby and the children singing about Mango Melee. You remember that? I'm gonna have to dig that one up for you before next week, okay? And cause hey, they did a bang up job. Those children did a bang up job doing that skit. Yeah. So, and then we have what? Let me see. Okay, folks. Oh, Lordy B. Let's do a little flashback. You know how what do you call it now? Facebook. On Facebook, you have your memories. Well, I have this thing here, and of course you can't plug it in directly, but you can hear it in the background.
Listen, Mango Melee coming, Botanical Garden, Mango Melee coming, Mango Big Competition, Mango Melee coming, eat until your belly full, Mango Melee coming, bring your sisters and your brother, Mango Melee coming, mangoes of all description, Mango Melee coming, big mango, little mango, mango melee coming.
Folks, that's our own Derby and those young people doing it there, yeah. And that was done in a studio, and no, Derby wasn't playing the music. The chairmen were playing the music, okay? all he was doing was being a backup singer to them. Yeah, I was there to witness that. You know, these things are fun, and so that's our flashback on that one. And you know, Dobby always have his hand, or better yet, I should say, his mouth in these things, okay? Because I have another one, okay? I have another one that's a flashback, you know. Okay, and let's see if we have that one here. Let's see if we could get so lucky. I know we have it here somewhere, but anyhow, I played that song because we have Mango Melee coming on the night. Okay, and the little birdie telling me that we're gonna have Come Home to St. Croix about a week after that. Okay, so I figure, I said, well, okay, let me go into my archives bin here and pull this one up too. All right, so here we go.
Kaiso, come out and celebrate Crucian culture. A whole week of fun, don't afraid to come out. And that's Olivia, you're a Crucian. Come out. Crucian, I beg you hard. Olivia, oh abroad. Crucian, I beg you hard. Olivia, oh come abroad. Time to preserve our culture and who we really are. The landmark society will celebrate our history. From home to sing cry. Come home. Come home to sing cry. Come home to see our families. Come home to eat fish and punji. Come home. Everybody together. That is Crucian culture. Please come home. You have to know your families, to know who you be. A country without a culture have to suffer. Your food you eat is part of it. You know you from your music. Just say you're dead, then we know who you be. Come home to sing cry. Come home. Come home to sing cry. Come home to eat crab and callaloo. Come home. Can pork and dumpling too. Come home. That is our tradition from our long time generation. The landmark society have a week of activities. Our goal is preservation, heritage, and tradition. Honoring our ancestors with workshops and lectures, storytelling and games playing. Come home to sing cry. Come home. Come home to sing cry. Come home to drink guava berry. Come home. Cyril and Mabi. Come home. Wetune and our Kwelbe. Hands up. Kwelbe is our music. We have to preserve it for our young one and our newborn. Don't be ashamed of your dialect. You should talk it. Ask Squee Mary, our dialect. Free we. Come home to sing cry. Come home. Come home to sing cry. Come home. To eat kreng kreng and mafe. Come home. Roast fish every Saturday. Everybody together, that is Crucian culture. These are the landmark society organizers. Winifred Clark Hardy.
All right, folks. So you had a mango melee and come home to St. Croix. Well, hopefully you'll be hearing more of these things in the not too distant future. Now me just go back real quick now to this concert. Okay, Desire to Encounter. We've got a great music event coming up here, the concert that they're going to be having at the City of Refuge Worship Center this Friday, tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. And we're going to be having various guests. The host is Jennifer Grenaway, and we're having guests from Atlanta, Tortola, Columbus, Ohio. Yes, of course, we're having our homegrown also. But I'm saying these things to you because I want to know the first name for the host and the location for that two of the guests are going to be coming from outside of St. Croix. All right? If you can tell me either one, you can win one of these tickets for Desire to Encounter. Yep. And that way we can get on to selling the second one. Selling, that's right. You know, and you know what the cost is, right? The cost is answering the question. Okay, so that's how we sell it. Okay, definitely. We're making our own money here today, right? Or our own currency, I should say. All right, good thing. So, as I mentioned, Mango Melee on the 9th, and we have a week after that, we have Come Home to St. Croix is supposed to happen, rumored to happen. Little fly in the wall say it gonna happen. So now, when you tell anybody you hear about this, don't say that you hear from Doug. You know, it's supposed to be a secret side. It wasn't supposed to be saying none of this, right? Okay. All right. It's now 15 minutes before the hour, and we have a couple of other things here. One on my mind. You know, folks, I having to drive back and forth between here and Frederickstead, right? So all the time that we're going back and forth, you see these little things that happen on the road, and it's just like, but for the grace of the Creator, it wasn't an accident. Folks, you need to slow down. St. Croix is only but so big. It ain't gonna take you no time to get from here to there. Slow down. Leave earlier. Enjoy the ride. Okay? Don't be there passing 2 and 3 cars and barely miss a head-on with somebody else only when you reach the next corner to turn off on a slow road. Okay? It just don't make no sense. So, let's do what we've got to do and police ourselves. Speaking of policing ourselves, I don't know how on God's earth someone would think that they were getting away, or whatever by dumping oil products down by Creaky Dam. Tell me now. You know, do you know what it is they were thinking? When, you know, they could have just gone there to Waste Management, Anguilla, and drop it off? I don't know what they were thinking. But I'm just saying this to you out there in the community. Alright? Police yourselves. Police yourselves. Remember after Hurricane Maria, when everybody would line up here on the bypass so they could make a phone call to their friends and family all over the world, remember? Yeah, man, the bypass became like Times Square of St. Croix in particular, because people wanted to make a phone call. Well, you also remember that somebody went and tried to thief the generator that was keeping AT&T running. Now think about it now. So day one could get a generator. The whole of the island was supposed to be without communication to the rest of the world. We could do better than that, right? And in the same way, you got some oil you need to get rid of. Waste management is there. Waste management is there, folks. We got to do our part, okay? You can't want to live in a nice place and throw down everything anytime, anywhere, okay? You know, you think about it, I'm going to break it down in grossly simple terms. Most houses have different rooms for doing different things. You got a bedroom, you have the living room, you have the kitchen, and what's the one I ain't called? The bathroom. All right, there's a reason why the bathroom and the kitchen is not the same room. If you're going to be dumping stuff in the environment like that, eventually you're going to find that you're living in the things that you've dumped. All right? That might have been a little bit too much for some people, but that's too bad. Okay? It is what it is. But it comes back to us. We have to police ourselves. Okay? The monies that would otherwise have to go into mitigating and remediating these places that oil is dumped in is money that needs to be going into education, health care, senior services, child care services. You know, we got to be our own best friend. All right? Be our own best friend. Don't go the other way. All right? I'm thinking positive because I know you have it within you for us to be positive. All right. So it doesn't take much time to do, and of course we'll be working with the folks at Waste Management to bring some more in the way of public service announcements and also hopefully some very interesting videos. So if you've never been to Anguilla, if you've never been down there to the landfill, that you will know that if you have oil, because over the past 6 months you cooking, you know, that's what you do, is you put it in a plastic container that will last that long, and then you take it down there and you turn it in. And you know, folks, we're not talking about paying to turn it in. Now, commercially, that's a different story. But if you collect your waste oil from cooking fried food and take it down to the landfill, they're going to take the container from you and say thank you and give you a big broad smile. Okay? Because they live here too. And they understand the importance of what it is that they do. Right? So now, just get the best customer service. One, they're taking it for free, and two, they're taking it with a smile. Hey, all right? You could want more than that, but I think that's plenty. Okay, so don't be like that. Don't go after the perfect to kill the good. Okay, all right, good thing. So this is where we live, folks. And why in this day and age? Why in this day and age? Now, I'm gonna digress here and go off into. I remember going to Massachusetts one time as a little boy. I'm a bigger boy now, but as a little boy back then. Anyhow, and we went outside to play with the other children. Because I had a brother in Massachusetts and went to visit him and his family up there. Anyhow, I remember picking up cans and bottles because you could go and turn them in and collect some money enough to buy a soda or whatever in them days. Okay? Candy or something. And I was so amazed by that. And how many years ago that was? I ain't gonna out myself and tell you that. But here I am all of these years later and saying, why we can't do that here in the VA? No. It ain't because it's something new and we have to change. No. If we say that, then we lying to ourselves. So I can't use the word lie. We untruthing to ourselves. Okay? Because we had brown soda here for donkey years. And just so, I remember especially when we go in beach and we would pack up 4 or 5 cases because we would meet the other families out there, and that was part of our contribution. We would go and we would pick up the cases, and afterward everybody would know to put the bottle back in the case. And when we come to Brow to get soda again, we didn't have to pay the deposit because it was already there. We just got the new bottles and paid for the soda. So we were doing it before. So what happened? What happened? Well, sometimes people want to be in style. Okay? And they have this thing called plastic bottle, just the same way we get rid of the Hill Shop and the corner store. And we got children who don't know of food coming from any place other than a supermarket. Definitely can't come for your yard. In their mind, I'm just saying, something changed, and something changed was that we got disconnected ourselves from our culture, traditions, heritage, training, sometimes even common sense. Because now, when you go to the grocery store and you buy that bottled water, 24 bottles of bottled water, every time you finish and you scrunch up that and throw it in the trash, what's happening is that this water is being imported into the Virgin Islands, and you're paying for the shipping and everything else, and then the plastic goes into your landfill or into your environment. So whether it's the landfill work or the cleaning up of your environment to get it to the landfill, those things cost money. And who is causing us to spend this money? These people who send us all these plastic bottles. Now, I am not hostile to people in business. Okay? So please don't try that one. Okay? But the bottom line is, if you dump arsenic in the sea, if you dump mercury in the sea, if you dump oil in the sea, well, the fish you eat, the plants that come out the sea that keep the fish alive, the what do you call it? The coral that keeps the reef going. All of those things die, and all of a sudden you don't live in paradise anymore. You live in some place that's no longer self-sustaining because in some way, form, or fashion, you have contributed to poisoning your own environment. Okay? So, definitely time to do something different. Definitely overdue to do something better. Alright? So I'm saying that, you got all your folks there, that all 15 of them that sit around on their various desks and pick up their microphone and run them out. Okay? Yeah. Been there, done that. Know all about it. Okay? It can be a very productive environment. And in that positive vein, I'm saying to you, hey, talk to these people. You pay them and you hire them, and the third leg of the stool, they work for you or they don't. Okay? So, you pay them, you hire them, so they work for you. Alright, I ain't giving you extension. Oh Lordy me. Yeah, I know if you wanted to get this. Anyhow, so that's how you get it done, folks. Is you tell them what it is you want, show them how many other people in your community want the same thing. They're capable of rising to the occasion, but there's no reason why. It's not even, if you had to have the bottles, if you started with the bottles, those bottles have to have something marked on them that tells them the necessary information. Okay, if you start with the bottles, it means that instead of 25 cents for this drink, it's going to cost 26 cents. Okay, that's the expense for them to print the thing on the bottle, to engrave on the bottle the recycling information. That's it. So instead of paying 26 cents and have the bottle recycled because somebody gonna be able to turn it in and get some money, you would rather pay 25 cents and have the bottle thrown on the side of the road accumulated. When you drive to go to Lagoon and you go up past the ballpark here in Christiansted and take that road to go to Lagoon, on your right is a mangrove as you're going down that road, newly paved and everything. So if you look off to your right into that mangrove, what do you see? Bottles, trash, other things there. Who put it there? Okay? So I'm just calling out to you, reaching out to you, asking you to disengage from self-destructive behavior and start doing things that say that you really do care about where you live and about the children you say that are so dear to you. Hey, because ultimately, if the place is polluted, the pollution will touch every one of us. You can't put it here and say don't move. All right, good thing. So here it is. It's about 1 minute before the hour. Call Jennifer for me. Okay. Engineer, 1 minute before the hour here, and we're getting ready to go out. So I'm going to tell you folks from now, please do your random act of kindness. If you're feeling kind of bored, just turn around and do some premeditated acts of kindness. Yeah, you won't be called before Congress, and the FBI is not going to investigate you for that. In fact, you might even get a community award somewhere along the way. Who knows? All right? Just do it, because love's in need of love every day. So, until next time, folks. Wait. I see, teacher, I see the hand up in the air.
I just wanted to say for the record that I did my random act of kindness for Monday and this morning too. So just wanted to say that.
All right. Okay, folks, he did his homework. All right. So until next time, folks, enjoy.
Giving you more music variety. This is AM 970 WSTX.
Hi, this is Anthony Weeks. Tune into the Economic Roundtable and the Marketplace every Monday from 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. as we cover the latest financial news for local, regional, and international markets.
At Doctor's Choice Pharmacy, we know money is tight. Sometimes that means choosing between your medication or groceries. When you transfer your prescription to Doctor's Choice, we will give you $25 towards your groceries, so you won't have to choose. At Doctor's Choice Pharmacy, located inside the Market in Plaza Extra East, we can't wait to serve. Quality Auto Parts has been serving St. Croix for over 30 years as the authorized dealer for Moog, Ray Bestos, Wagner, Felpro, and Beck Arnley Auto Parts. We have the best prices on island, knowledgeable parts professionals, and special order any parts you need, even if we don't have it in our large inventory. We are taking all the necessary precautions to ensure our business environment is safe and healthy for our customers and employees during this pandemic. Our hours are 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. In an effort to reduce time spent in the shop, we are encouraging customers to call us at 340-778-5462 before arriving so that we can have your items ready for pickup. We appreciate the support of our community over the years and are proud to continue to provide you with your auto parts needs.
You know you love going out for Sunday brunch. And you also know that you've been looking for a new brunch spot. Well, I've got it for you. Guan Marnier, located at 2220 Queen Cross Street, below Ital in Paradise, has brunch all day Sunday. Yes, you heard that right. 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. brunch. So if you're an early bird or you like to have brunch mid-afternoon, we've got vegan options, gluten-free options, homemade waffles, and a Crucian breakfast. So come into Guan Marnier in Christiansted. You can also call us today. Yes, you heard that right. 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. brunch. So if you're an early bird or you like to have brunch mid-afternoon, we've got vegan options, gluten-free options, homemade waffles, and a Crucian breakfast. So come into Guan Marnier in Christian.